Hey everyone, it's Ryan from NameHero.com. We're doing a little bit different of a video today on our YouTube channel. I decided to make my ways outside to have a little discussion about marketing, and I'm beginning to question that decision already. It's like 100 degrees here in Kansas City. I think the heat index is a little bit over that, but really once it hits around 100, who counts? You know, it's just friggin' hot outside. But anyways, today I want to talk about marketing, and marketing specifically to our resellers out there. I had a comment recently on our YouTube channel about a reseller that was having trouble getting their first customer, and I also had someone talk to me on Web Hosting Talk on a thread there, and they were talking about how there's no money left in the web hosting industry. So I wanted to help clear some of this up and talk about your first goal to getting your first 100 customers, because that's the hardest, right? Once you get your first 100 customers, it seems like it takes forever, but then after you get your first 100, the next 100 seem to come a lot easier, and then before you know it, you're at 500, then before you know it, you're at 1,000, and therefore, and so on. It's on up to the moon from there. I know for me personally at NameHero, getting our first 100 customers at NameHero was the hardest part, and once we got them, then we kept moving forward, and now we're well over 20,000 websites hosted at NameHero, and we're continuing to grow. But I want you to know that you don't have to be a large corporation to grow in the web hosting industry. Some people said that, or one person commented on my thread at Web Hosting Talk, and they're like, well, the ship has sailed on web hosting. That was 2004, 2002, or even back in the late 90s. And I don't really believe that. I believe it was a little bit easier back in the early days because everyone was getting a .com or getting their website set up for the first time. But here in 2018, the opportunity is still there. With the development of platforms such as WordPress, it's never been easier to get your website online. So this means that people of all ages, from the 16, 17, 18-year-old young entrepreneurs or students that want to have their own website for their own voice, to the college students that are working a graduate program or that are deciding to start a business while they're in college, to the entrepreneurs getting out of college, they're starting their own business for the first time. And even we're seeing people of all ages, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Gosh, we have some customers in their 70s and 80s too, that in their later years in life, they're retirees, and they want to start their own website, or they're also looking to create a stream making money online. So whatever your goal is, or whatever the goal of your customers is, you can provide them with the infrastructure, and that's what we've provided at NameHero. But when it comes time to market your business, if you're offering web hosting and you're offering our high-speed cloud web hosting at NameHero, we've done a lot of the hard part of marketing by giving you the features, but now it's up to you to capture your audience and then to push your product out to them. So we're going to give you the highest-speed quality product, but then you have to communicate this to your customers and get it out there. So the discussion I want to have today is about what are you doing to market your business. Now, okay, it's great getting your website online, getting your hosting site online, picking a good catchy name, setting up WHMCS and all that stuff. That's one part of it. But the next is, what have you done for your marketing? Just because you build it does not mean they're going to come. That is not true in today's marketing world, or today's marketing in general. You don't build it and they come. It doesn't work that way. You build it and then you have to go out and market it, and then you will get customers. So first off, I want to ask you, what are you doing for your marketing? And some people might say, well, I'm buying some ads, or I'm buying Adwords. And I asked an individual this on YouTube, and they said, well, Facebook and Adwords. Well, first off, Adwords, it works, okay? Google AdWords. This is where you go to Google. They're actually about to change it to Google Ads, but Google AdWords is when you bid on keywords. So you could bid on, say, keyword web hosting, and when someone searches that, they can see your ad, or reseller hosting, VPS hosting, so forth and so on. But the problem with that is really, really expensive. So at NameHero, we spend a lot on Google each month on AdWords. But what we see is the average acquisition cost is anywhere from $150 to $250, sometimes even more on really competitive keywords. So we're paying up to $250, sometimes even more, per customer to get that one customer inside the door, and then we make up our ROI in the long term after they rebuild. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say a lot of resellers can't afford that, and that's not a shot. That's just a lot of budget, right? It's really, really expensive, and it makes sense because you have people like GoDaddy, HostGator, Bluehost, EIG companies that have billions of dollars, or have over $1 billion in capital, hundreds of millions of dollars. It doesn't matter to them as long as they're getting new customers. They've got advertising budgets and really deep pockets. But as resellers, you have to get a little bit more creative. You have to really look at your inbound marketing. Now, I've talked about this a lot on our YouTube channel and on our blog, your inbound marketing. Are you doing webinars? Are you doing YouTube videos? Are you doing blog posts? Are you going out and posting on Facebook groups? Are you posting on LinkedIn? Are you posting in LinkedIn groups? I mean, you can see I go on and on and on. Another part I put, there's classified ad sections of many forums. Yes, forums are not what they once used to be. They're being replaced quickly by the Google or the Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups. However, forums are still out there, and forums can still help bring you business. If it can bring you one customer and you did nothing but type up a forum post, then you've won, right? If you haven't had to spend any money on that forum, what's it matter if forums are dying out or not? One customer is a win. So why not go make the forum post? So, and I'm not going to go mention forums in specific. You can start Googling. There's tons of webmaster, there's tons of marketing forums out there that have classified sections that you can post in. If I go mention a couple specific ones, everyone's going to go flood to those, and I know how that works. So, get on Google, find the forums, find the classified sections, and that's a stream you can start doing right now. Getting on Facebook, yes, you can cold message people, and yes, you can cold call people, but what kind of community can you get involved in to start making a name for yourself? There's groups out there specifically tailored to certain businesses, certain areas, certain entrepreneur groups. WordPress, for example, if you go to Meetup, just type in WordPress meetups, and you'll notice in many major metropolitan areas, they have WordCamp meetups, not just the WordCamp conference, but just many WordPress meetups that have dinners and stuff that you go to. How many of those have you been to? That's an excellent way, and I believe cost is free. You just pay for your food when you go out to eat. That you can meet other people in your community or in your city that are using WordPress and start to get your name out there. So this is the questions I want to ask you. One, what are you doing for your marketing? So if you don't have an answer to that, then obviously not enough. Two, if you're wanting to spend money on AdWords and stuff, I want you to say, okay, do you have the budget? Can you realistically afford it? And some people might say, yeah, it's no problem, Ryan. I just need customers. I can afford $250 per customer all day long. If that's you, great. Scale that up. Do more of it. AdWords has tons of traffic, tons of volume. But if that's not you, if you say, well, I can't really afford that much money, then I say, okay, well, have you done the local meetups of WordPress? Have you searched local meetups around your city? Sure, some of you might have to drive a little bit. It might not be right in your back door. Kansas City, I'm about 20 minutes from a lot of these meetups, so it's pretty easy. But if you're not in a major metropolitan area, maybe you have to drive an hour or two. But that hour or two drive and that gasoline that you put in your vehicle, or even if you take a bus or whatnot, that's going to build, you're going to be able to build connections that way. It's a lot more affordable than advertising on Google AdWords. Facebook, another great opportunity there, because there's Facebook ads. Facebook ads work well. You can target well. But once again, you have to go spend money and you have to test what works and have a budget. If that's not you, then you have to get on Facebook and start using the free methods. The free methods is the Facebook groups, having a good Facebook page, having a group that's not selling your product. So maybe you create your own Facebook group tailored around your audience and you give helpful tips every day. You're not pitching your audience. You're just giving them tips. They join your group for tips. And then just so happens you offer web hosting. So for example, maybe your business helps other businesses market through social media. So you could set up a Facebook group that talks about marketing on social media. People join to hear your tips and tricks. They join to post their questions. And then you also offer web hosting as a service. So then as they gain your trust through the group, then maybe they come back later to buy web hosting. So that's another free method. Blogging. Blogging is absolutely free. It just takes your time to type up blog posts. So how many of you have a blog set up on your web hosting site to where you're blogging to your target audience about useful tips and tricks? The blog's a great way. Now, blogging success does not happen overnight. You're not going to type up one blog post and have 10 customers the next day. But if you blog every single day for a year, that's 365 blog posts. Those 365 blog posts will start doing a lot of your marketing for you because they'll get indexed in search engines and they'll get shared across social media. So that's another great opportunity right there is your blog post. Now, also YouTube. We do a lot of this at Name Hero. Obviously, this video is going on YouTube. So are you making YouTube videos about your hosting service? Or maybe you have tips and tricks. For example, my tips and tricks in this video is we're talking about marketing to our resellers. So this is of value. And there might be a lot of people watching this video that's not even a customer of Name Hero. If you're not, hey, we offer really good reseller hosting packages. We'd love to have you. But, I'm not pitching in this video. I'm providing helpful tips for your marketing. So that's what you're looking at trying to do when you're providing or when you're producing your content. You're trying to be helpful and useful and not trying to pitch out there. You just want to be helpful and useful, and people will gravitate to that that, you'll begin to build an audience. Ebooks, it's another thing you can create for free. You don't have, it doesn't cost any money, it just takes some time. You can make a PDF of an ebook to your target audience. For example, I know a very, very high-profiled reseller out there that they develop websites for doctor offices, local doctor's offices. They go to a local doctor, they say, do you have a website? Yes, no. Okay, we provide that service. We will make your website, we'll update your website, and we'll also provide the hosting. This company that I'm talking about specifically, they make a lot of money because doctors, they need good websites. They need websites that can accept payments and websites that can feature their doctor roster, websites that can feature the services they offer at their practice. So this individual, it's an individual but owns a company, they specialize in that type of niche. So they would be producing content on how you can make a better website for your doctor or physician practice. And so they would actually be targeting other doctors. So when they're targeting this audience, it would be maybe, here's a top 10 checklist you need for your website to increase to increase the business to your physician practice, or to make a better website for your physician practice. Stuff like that is creating tips towards your target audience that people will be downloading that content and be gravitating towards your business. So even though we're selling web hosting, we're not directly selling it. We're thinking of other ways in to connect with our audience and to build this following around us without having to do ads, because ads are expensive. And yes, some people might be able to do it, but that's not really the wave of 2018. Get on Facebook, get on YouTube. Right now, I'm using my iPhone to record this video. I've got fancy camera equipment, but it's really a pain in the butt to set up and clip on the mics and all that. So I put in my headphones, I get out my iPhone, just make a video, right? If you look at me, I'm not the really corporate-y type person. I never have been. It's just not my style. So, you don't have to worry about, is the lighting perfect? Is the video camera perfect? Is the mic working 100%? As long as you can produce content, people can hear you, and they can get your message clearly, then you're doing it right. I would rather see you produce videos that aren't 100% professional quality than stalling because of that. Don't let that stuff stall you or pull you away. And you say, well, Ryan, what about Name Hero? Well, this is how we've built Name Hero into the company that it is today. Through marketing to our resellers, to marketing to our WordPress customers, to marketing to our customers that need high availability VPS solutions. And we do that by producing content to them and by going out and reaching to our customers. And not only to that, providing our platform with the highest quality of equipment as well as the highest customer service in the industry. And that's something that we continue to work on each and every day. And so my message to you resellers is do the same thing. Do what we're doing here at Name Hero. We're providing our platform out there for you. You don't have to go build your own platform. You just have to be able to go out and reach to your customers and give them access to the platform, and then you'll see your business grow. So I'm going to add this to a blog post as well. This video is going on our YouTube channel. It's going on our Facebook profiles and all that stuff. So if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. And I want to hear about your marketing challenges, because I want to hear from some of our resellers about your real world experience. If you don't want me to mention my name, just tell me that, or if you don't want your example shown on camera, just tell me that as well. But I want to record some content in the upcoming weeks and months ahead about real world examples about the marketing challenges you face to your business, and I want to help answer those for you. That's what I'm here for. Marketing is my specialty. Out of all the skill sets that I've learned with nearly 20 years of working online, marketing's been one that I enjoy the most because it allows me to be the most creative. So I want to hear your marketing questions, and I want to help give you answers. So email me, ryan@namehero.com. Let me know your marketing challenges. Now, unfortunately, because I just gave that out, I'm not going to be able to reply to everyone individually with your solution. Instead, I'm going to be using these questions to produce content across our social media channels and on our blog. So if you ask a question, you're going to have to tune back into our YouTube channel, hit subscribe, by the way, or go to our blog and subscribe there, because that's where your questions are going to get answered. But thanks so much for watching. Thanks for choosing Name Hero as your hosting provider. It's certainly our pleasure. We love working with you, and we love providing the platform that we do for you. And remember, we always strive for 5 for 5 customer service and satisfaction. If we're not doing our part, please let us know. But it is our pleasure to serve you and your business. So thanks so much for watching. Let me know your marketing challenges, and hopefully you got something out of this video that's going to help you build to your first 100 customers.